Hi, everyone, and welcome to the NCL College Pitch Day event. I'm Emily Calandranis, the Community Engagement Manager for the National Cyber League, and it is my pleasure to kick off the first event of the Fall 2023 Spirit Week. We're so happy to have so many of you joining us this evening to learn about schools across the country, encouraging you to consider new and exciting educational opportunities as you continue your cyber journey. The event will be recorded and uploaded to the NCL YouTube channel, so sit back, relax, and interact with your fellow NCL community members. We're going to quickly go over the event agenda and get started. We have 8 awesome presenters representing a diverse collection of colleges and universities. Each presenter will have about 5 minutes to share about their school. Feel free to use the chat function, connect with other attendees, and ask questions for the presenters. If your question happens to not be answered during the live event, we encourage you to jot down the presenter's contact and website info for you to network and connect post-event. If time permits, we will select a few questions to answer live on the event. If your question is shared, we'll send you a virtual Starbucks gift card. Post-event, we will also be sending out a survey for your feedback. So please share your thoughts to help us to continue to improve our community events. Your feedback absolutely matters, and we aim to create events that are most helpful to our community members. We'll also be including a list of school contact info to help with your follow-up outreach. Okay, so housekeeping is all done. We're going to go ahead and introduce our wonderful presenters. In order of presenting, we have Rosalind McGee from DeVry University, Bob Burke from Howard University, DJ Hovermail from University of Alabama at Huntsville, Chris Lemon and Rochelle Enke from City Colleges of Chicago, Doc St. Clair from College of Coastal Georgia, John Sicklick, Long Beach City College, Angel Kern, Technical College of the Lowcountry, and last but not least, we have TJ O'Connor from Florida Tech. All right, we're going to go ahead and get this party started. We're going to begin with Rosalind from DeVry University.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rosalind McGee, and I have the immense pleasure to serve as a National Director of University Scholars at DeVry University, and I'll tell you a little bit about what that is this evening. So I'll go through a couple of visuals that I have for you all. I'll, of course, start with our focus and what we do here at DeVry, our scholar program and overview, and then ultimately what next steps look like should anyone decide to join DeVry or be a part of our partnership pipeline and pathways that we have ahead of us. Here, our focus right here outlines in this particular video, and Emily's actually going to share this and some information that's going out tomorrow. But this is a video where our scholars came together to formulate this marketing asset it is a beautiful representation of our diverse learners. And so, again, wrapped into this focus area within this commercial here is talking about our scholars that we have here at DeVry University. And it comes down to 3 main groups, and it talks about women in tech. We have next-gen Hispanic scholars and future cyber defender scholars. And what scholars are at DeVry University was DeVry's intentional mission to actually provide wraparound resources and benefits to diverse and underrepresented learners in the workforce. And so inside of that, we realized that individuals who are underrepresented and oftentimes marginalized in the workforce needed some additional support and mechanisms and benefits in place to help get them from one point to another in their academic journey. So that said, when someone is on the scholar plight and scholar track, some of the features that a scholar can anticipate when coming into the DeVry space is, number one, being a scholar creates access to tech programs that align to the needs of the industry. So we're very intentional about the things that we put forward and how they align to what is out there in the workforce. The second part, or second feature oftentimes that scholars can take part in is being a part of program modules that provide opportunities to enhance your educational goals. And 3, another part is the industry mentors and career experts to guide the learners. We make intentional and meaningful partnerships with organizations externally and around the world to make sure that there is effective and applicable guidance and advice being provided to you all as scholars in coming into the DeVry family. And one of the other components in highlighting features is preparing our students to pursue industry certifications to enhance your learning and to actually be a part of the journey towards your career goals. A little bit more specs on what our scholar program details look like is that, number one, Women in Tech was developed in March of 2021. So we're just under our 3-year mark, and we are so proud of the strides that we have made. Shortly after that, a year later, we developed a program known as Next Gen Hispanic Scholars Program. And again, that is for anyone who identifies as a Hispanic or Latinx individual. They are qualified and eligible to be in this program. And thirdly, another year later was Future Cyber Defender Scholars Program. And again, that's someone who identifies and is eligible under the cyber-related talent and programs that we have here at DeVry. They're eligible to be a part of this program as well and be a part of all of those benefits that are available to our scholars. And a couple of things, again, to just go into the meaningfulness and the purposefulness about why Women in Tech and Next Gen Hispanic and why Future Cyber Defenders were actually developed. Because we realize that in the space of women in tech, in the world, women only make up 26% of the workers in the workplace. And only 8% of those are actually African-American or Black. And another 8.3% are Hispanic. So again, we're talking about underrepresentation. So we wanted to help do our part to help close that gap. And so in those particular cases, we're trying to build community. And that is what Scholars does. We're building a community of like-minded women who are eager and that are determined to achieve their goals. And so that said, we have a couple of benefits and assets incorporated into our Women in Tech program, such as our scholarship program, where an individual can receive up to $1,500 per semester in scholarship dollars. They can receive professional certification reimbursement. Obviously, having the network of their mentors and a collaborative cohort, and being a part of the enrollment to the CompTIA pathways and partnerships that we have in place. Additionally, in being a part of the Hispanic Scholar Program community, again, talking about that underrepresentation, only 8.5% of the U.S. population is actually Hispanic or Latina first and foremost. And then, of course, there's only 1% that make up the actual computing roles in the workforce. And so, again, that said, we have a lot of those very similar and some of those same benefits that you see represented in Women in Tech are seen here in Next Gen Hispanics. And in addition to those scholars have access to tech internships and job opportunities, again, network to their mentors and collaborative cohorts, and also that CompTIA pathway as well. And thirdly, for the third scholar program is a scholars program for cybersecurity professionals, or what we know as future cyber defender professionals. And so again, we realize that this is a huge demand in the workforce is the cyber talent. And so we are looking to help close that gap and input students into the 600,000 plus jobs that are open in cyber. And so in doing so, we realize that number one, with our wonderful partners here at the National Cyber League, is being able to participate in competitions like the NCL that are going on this fall. Again, having access to those internships and job opportunities, again, being able to tap into those industry experts in the industry expert program, which is really very similar to a mentor program. And again, the CompTIA exposure as well. And one of the final things that I'll share is that as an individual who may be interested in joining DeVry as a student, or if there is an organization out there that would like to have upskilling or reskilling as a part of their program package and tap into tuition benefits, there's a few things that you can do. That's number one, to review some of the information that I've gone over tonight and some additional assets that I can provide to you upon request. And then to furthermore, we can engage on what some of that alignment and some of what that synergy might look like in going forward. And ultimately, we want to ensure that as we take those steps forward, that you were provided with the utmost care and utmost intentionality in coming over to the DeVry side. So again, I thank you all for your time this evening, and I am open to any questions and comments that might be out there. So again, thank you so much, and thanks for hearing about our scholars here at DeVry.
Terrific. Thank you so much, Roslyn. Excellent info. We did have a couple of questions in the comments. So once again, if you do have questions for Roslyn, specifically about DeVry University, please feel free to ask them. Roslyn will be in the chat for the remainder of the event. All right, now we're going to go ahead and transition to Bob Burke from Howard University. You're still muted, Bob, but I can see that you're talking, so we're halfway there. We can see your screen, and now we can hear you. Perfect.
All right. Always technical difficulty. Good evening, everybody. I am Bob Burke. I'm with Howard University here in Washington, D.C. Great to be here. Great to share some things that are going on at Howard. Howard is a four-year University with graduate and PhD programs. We also have certificate programs. I'm going to just stay on one chart and kind of give you a brief overview of the programs we have at Howard related to cybersecurity, but also kind of highlight the region we're in. We are in the Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia region. And this is the epicenter, or one of the epicenters in the nation for cybersecurity, especially national intelligence, with the NSA, the CIA, all the intelligence agencies, and all the contractors and commercial entities in this region. So it's a wonderful region in terms of working in the cybersecurity field. In addition, there are just awesome schools in this region. The 2 and the 4-year colleges in Maryland, Virginia, and the District of Columbia are just outstanding. So now, Howard University, we are a 4-year college. We have undergraduate degrees in both computer science with a cybersecurity concentration and in business with a cybersecurity concentration. And I work out of the business school. I direct the cybersecurity center. I also teach courses. And we find that it's a great marriage. Students that are taking computer information systems and business or international business or finance or keep on going. The combination of those things are powerful tools to have in your bag as you go into the workplace. In addition, excuse me, we have a graduate certificate in cybersecurity. So if you've completed your degree and you want to do a shorter program, that's available to you. Finally, Howard is designated as a Center of National Intelligence, a Center of Academic Excellence in Cybersecurity by the NSA and Homeland Security. So we work quite a bit with the intelligence agency, and we have, if you will, opportunities, pipelines, scholarships, internships, and all the above within the federal workplace, the contract workplace, and the commercial workplace. With that, we'd love to see you. Reach out. You have my information on the chart. Contact me if you have any questions, and I'd love to introduce you to Howard.
Terrific. Thank you so much, Bob. And once again, if you have any questions, please use the chat function. Bob would be happy to answer them. And I'm slightly biased. I live in Northern Virginia, so Howard is a neighbor school of mine. Thank you so very much, Bob. That was wonderful to hear about the amazing opportunities that Howard University has for your students. All right, we're going to go ahead and move along. We have DJ Hover Mail, from the University of Alabama at Huntsville.
Hey everyone, I'm DJ. So I teach at the University of Alabama in Huntsville. We have 3 different programs. We have a College of Business, College of Science, and College of Engineering. And those programs kind of focus on different aspects of cybersecurity, whether you're designing secure systems from the start, whether you're doing secure coding and developing, or whether you're trying to integrate cybersecurity into a system of systems known as an enterprise. So we really have a focus on community and learning together. Right behind me, you see our what we call the Cyber Lab. We teach a lot of classes in there. We're very heavy with hands-on. We have a robust cybersecurity club. There are about 550 folks on our Discord server. That includes registered members of the club, which are around 250. Alumni, probably have 150 or so of those. Folks from industry. And we all kind of work together to help everybody have a great experience. This isn't something that we think you can just go through classes alone. We want to make sure you have a community with lots of support. So within our club, we have a lot of different subgroups. Right here, you see this was a competition that just a little cyber capture the flag that was put on for students by students to start the year. And here you see a picture of the inside of the Cyber Lab. There's a class going on there right now, a networking class, where they're actually messing around with switches, so I can't be in there. A couple things. We were designated a National Center of Academic Excellence, not only for cyber defense, but also cyber research. I think that's on the other slide too. I already said we have a pretty robust cybersecurity club. One of the biggest features that we have here, besides the community that we have to help you learn, is we have a very nice extended community. So Cummings Research Park, which is 5 minutes down the road from here, is the second largest research park in the country and the 4th largest in the world. And most people don't know that. So I moved here from DC. I'm former NSA. Then I went to Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Lab. And then I came down here to this area. And I can tell you that it's, it's kind of DC culture as far as jobs and pretty much any contractors or government agencies you can think of up there, we've got down here, but it's still the South. So you have Southern hospitality and networking and things that go on here. It's great. And the Southern cost of living as well. So we've been in the news. If you take a look, we're really planning to expand here. We have the Center for Cybersecurity Research and Education, which is huge. A lot of students get jobs there, internships while they're working, so they get exposure to some research, and they get to help take part in some programs. Like we have the RING program, which is developing curriculum for high schoolers for cyber, and then that gets pushed out to the nation. We also go out to the community, and we get our students in those high schools. We help with the Cyber Patriot program, which is a nationwide cyber defense program. We send students out to those schools to help them, and we also bring the students here to give them tutoring and help them learn how to defend computer systems. In the spring, we put on a huge conference called CharSACon, Charger Cyber Conference, and that is developed by the college students themselves for local high school and middle school students. There are workshops, they have talks, and then we have a big cyber competition that they all participate in. So we really try to get that be integrated with the community here. We also have several really good options for funding your education. We've got the National Science Foundation Cyber Corps Scholarship, the Scholarship for Service, or SFS, which is pretty awesome. They pay you a stipend to go to school while you're in school, and then they also pay for your education. And then afterwards, once you graduate, then you get a job with a government agency for a few years to kind of as kind of a repayment for the scholarship that you got while you're in there. So they give you a scholarship, and then you have a service obligation afterwards. There's also the DoD Cybersecurity Scholarship Program, which is a similar program to the Scholarship for Service, just has a couple of different agencies there. Keeping it short and sweet, that's my pitch for UAH. You can see my contact information there on the slide. Appreciate your time.
Awesome. Thank you so much, DJ. We're excited to have you, and hopefully you all get some really great information. So remember, you can check out the URLs, you can email the presenters who are sharing information and learn more. You never know how these can open opportunities for a really awesome cyber career. So thank you again, DJ. Up next, we have a dynamic duo. We have Chris Lemon and Rochelle Ankney. And I'm probably totally not saying your last name right, and I apologize. With a last name like Calandranis, I get it. Last names are hard, but we have them from the City Colleges of Chicago. So we're so happy to have you both. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and take it away.
Oh, you're muted, Rochelle. No. All right, I can take over if you're having technical difficulties over there. All right, so we are from the City Colleges of Chicago. Rochelle and I co-teach at Wilbur Wright College, cybersecurity course that you'll hear a little bit about in a few minutes. The City Colleges of Chicago is Chicago's community college system, so 7 independently operated colleges. And I think, Rochelle, can you?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Oh, yep. There you go.
Okay, great. All right. So CCC, the City Colleges of Chicago, they offer degree and certificate programs in cybersecurity, also continuing ed. Continuing ed is more accelerated with some self-guided learning, more so than the traditional programs. Here is one pathway out of a variety of pathways that can get you cybersecurity education at the City Colleges. From IT professional to CompTIA Security Plus certified, to the NCL course that we offer, to a career accelerator course. In this particular path, you can jump in at whatever level is right for you. such as the bottom step, the IT fundamentals course. And that's a place where you can start with zero experience. You can read more about it on the website, and we'll share these slides at the end. As a next step, you could take the cybersecurity boot camp and get study materials from that to study and pass the CompTIA Security Plus certification exam. I did not know about the city colleges until I had already paid a lot of money for a different boot camp and then studied on my own to get my Security Plus certificate. So I jumped in on that pathway at the next course here, the NCL course. In this course, each week,
I think you might be, I don't know if the slides are forwarding because you're, all right, there's the pathway slide now. Gotcha.
You're right. You're right. This platform is very new to me. Okay, there we go. The NCL course every week on Thursdays, we have an advanced student. And on Tuesdays, a subject matter expert presenting in one of the areas from the NCL CTFs. And they either tell us, how to solve some of the challenges in the CTFs, or they tell us what it's like to work in a field that really focuses in that area. There are lots of opportunities for networking in this particular class, and that's how I got my first cyber job, the one I have now, and that I really, really love. And speaking of getting that first cyber job, Chris is going to share a course that's tailored just for that.
So the Cybersecurity Career Accelerator was created for the students after they have gained some hands-on skills through taking the NCL CTF course and participating in the NCL. This CCA course teaches students how to create their resume and make them stand out in the crowd of all of the entry-level cyber applicants. So we work on things like crafting your resume, but then also prepping you to volunteer or attend at conferences, working on stealth interviewing and behavioral or technical interviews, whichever you would like to work on more. We do mock interviews during the course. We also work on things like LinkedIn and your personal cyber brand. So big focus on getting yourself out there and networking to try and build up your cyber network to get that first entry level role. So at the end of the class, the students have the opportunity to work a Black Hat as a conference associate, and then optionally they can attend DEF CON as well. So we also have the option to volunteer at Blue Team Con if that doesn't work for you. If you aren't local to either of those or don't, have the ability to travel to one of those locations, you can choose a conference of your own to fulfill the networking requirements. But this course really is about, again, learning how to showcase the skills that you gained in the NCL CTF class and how to share those with potential employers.
Great. In general, community colleges, including the city colleges of Chicago, are designed to fit the lifestyles of non-traditional and traditional students, but those who might have non-school commitments. And community colleges often have low or free cost options because of grants and public funding. In fact, this might be true of a community college in your area if you prefer in-person learning and don't live near Chicago. So I encourage you to look that up. But if you are interested in the city colleges of Chicago, scan this QR code and you'll get these slides, which all have links on them. And maybe we'll see you in a future CCC course.
Wonderful. Thank you both. A lot of really awesome information. And if anyone has any questions for Chris or Rochelle, I saw a lot of hype for Chris in the chat, which is wonderful. Please feel free to ask questions. And remember, for those of you that just joined us, if we select a question to be answered towards the end of the event. We will be sending out virtual Starbucks gift cards. So don't be shy. Go ahead and ask your questions. And also feel free to interact with each other and network and make new connections. This is a wonderful opportunity for you to connect with others in the NCL community. Thank you again, Chris and Rochelle. And we're going to go ahead and move now towards another part of the country. We're going to go to a little bit of the South. So Doc St. Clair, whenever you're ready. And Doc is from the College of Coastal Georgia.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for having me. Like Emily said, my name is Doc Sinclair. I'm from the College of Coastal Georgia. So I like to say that life is always better at the beach, or college will be better at the beach. So we're located in Brunswick, Georgia, which is in between Savannah and Jacksonville. Our temperature stays around, it just stays warm. You won't need any winter clothes if you come here. We have about 3,600 students, and we are just a four-year college system here. Our tuition cost is relatively low, but housing is a little bit expensive. So I think what was told to me was around $7,500 a semester if you include the housing, books, and all of that there. But that's there right there. I don't really get into numbers. So we do have sports at our school. So that's just a picture of them there. We are also a center of academic excellence for a small school. That's really good. So we can produce quality students at a low cost without you having to go to a bigger school. Our program is unique because we embed cyber as secondary to all of the other degrees that we offer. So we have a criminal justice, and that was the first one that we got validated in 2022. So just like the other schools that are CAEs, where those Center for Academic Excellence, we are also. Currently, right now, we're in the stage of also offering our bachelor's in business administration with the concentration in cyber defense. And then we also have data science and cyber defense. We have public management and cyber defense. And then we have interdisciplinary studies and cyber defense. That's going to be the blueprint for our bachelor's in cyber coming up in a few years. So we started off really small with just doing a concentration, and we added it to other bachelors to kind of give students the option, because we got some students who really don't want to just do all cyber. It's kind of like having a dual degree, and then we're going to go heavily into the cyber in the next few years. So I try to dig in here because life is better at the beach. If you need to go fish because you're stressed out because of all the classes, you can go fish, you can go hike, you can go camping, and you can go sailing. I just had to put that in there since no one's really else talking about a beach. Now, we do NCL at CCGA, and that is embedded into your courses. You will do NCL every semester, and the whole thing about it is each time that you do this competition, you should be getting better. And just to let you know how this school is doing, in the spring of 2023, 3 of our teams placed in the top 50, while we had all 5 teams placed in the top 20% of the competition. So cyber is what we do for fun while we learn, and that's something we do there. We like to have fun as we do work. How would you like to graduate and throw that hat up in the air right next to the beach? So that's my spiel. All the schools are great. Only advice I can tell you is find a school that meets your needs, what you're looking for. If it's not my school, it's another school, but we all colleagues, we all like each other. You can reach out to me at cyber@ccga.edu. Anything about admissions or whatever, just go ahead and reach out to the admission folks. If they don't get back to me, just email me and I'll make sure that they get back to you. Thank you for having me. I don't have anything else, and I'll be around if anybody got any questions.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Doc. And let me tell you, thinking of the beach and warmer weather, I think the majority of us are having cold weather and snow. So very, very tempting. Thank you very much, Doc. And of course, if anyone has any questions for Doc, feel free to use the chat. He'll be hanging around and we'll be happy to answer any questions. All right, now we're going to go ahead and move along with John Sicklick from Long Beach City College. Welcome, John.
Hello, quick sound check. Quick sound check.
Yes, you sound good.
All right. Hi, everyone. So if weather is a concern for you, welcome to the real beach, Long Beach, California, the southernmost city in Los Angeles County. So we are one of the largest community colleges in the state of California. We are divided between two campuses on our city. If you're not familiar with Long Beach, it is a very large city. We are a Hispanic serving and minority serving institution. So we do have lots of resources to help underserved students be successful. And since I'm a Navy veteran, I like to point out that we do have a great veteran services, and a great number of my students are veterans. And I mentioned that our school is one of the biggest community colleges in California. We also have one of the largest on-campus programs. There are schools that have larger distant learning programs, but if you like to learn in person, then we do have a very large program. We are the third community college in the state of California to become a Center for Academic Excellence under the NSA. So we have had a very successful cybersecurity program here for several years. We currently offer an associate's degree and certificate programs in cybersecurity. So we have lots of options for people who are going to school for the first time, or maybe coming back to reschool and transition careers, or someone currently in the career field and looking to develop their skills or maybe obtain a new certification. So we've got something for everyone. Lots of resources available. I tell my students that we follow the Hogwarts standard here. Help will be given to those who ask for it. We have a cybersecurity club that is very robust. This past competition for NCL, we had approximately 70 students participating. And very exciting, this weekend, the students are going to be participating in a CyberBit live fire range exercise. So we've got about 25 students who will be competing, and they'll be on an actual range and threat hunting. They'll determine what malware is on there and mitigate that, and then stop new occurrences from happening. Our courses are aligned to various certifications out there: CompTIA, Network Plus, Security Plus. And then I've recently brought the EC Council Essential series into there. So in particular, this semester, I'm working on the ethical hacking essentials with my students, and lots of other resources to help students be successful. Not everyone has a laptop, so we do have loaner laptops. We have a great lab environment for students to come have a quiet place, and just dedicated to our cybersecurity and IT programs. So lots of resources there for students. And then I'm going to close on that. If you have any questions, I've made the slides available to the NCL program so they can distribute them out to you. But we've got a cybersecurity program, has its own website, and then all the other resources and how to apply are on there. And then there are currently 3 professors supporting the cybersecurity program. So you can reach out to any one of us. I am John Sicklick. And then you see the other 2 professors there as well. So look forward to hearing from you, for those of you who are located in Southern California. And if we also do have, even though I said we are primarily on campus, we do have online, and it is possible for students to take our program through online as well, if that is your option. Especially during the pandemic, we've picked up a lot of students who live out of state or in other parts of the state that are taking our program. So I will turn it back to you, Emily, and get you save you a few minutes and get you a little closer to schedule.
Perfect. Thank you so much, John. And just like he said, I will be sharing the slides that he shared with everybody on the event. He will be hopping in the chat as well. So if you have any questions about Long Beach City College, once again, another awesome beach on the other side of the US, feel free to go ahead and use the chat. And we're going to move along to Angel Kern. Angel Kern is from the Technical College of the Low Country. Angel, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and take it away.
Okay. I'm having trouble sharing my slides here. Let me just share the screen. Entire screen. There we go. Awesome. So thank you for having me today. My name is Angel Kern, and I'm from Technical College of the Low Country. We are part of a 16-college state, South Carolina State Technical College system. So we offer 2-year degrees in all the traditional career technical ed topics like, construction, cosmetology, culinary. Cybersecurity is one of our newest 2-year degrees. We at Technical College of the Low Country actually serve the southeast portion of South Carolina, which is Beaufort, Jasper, Collington, and Hampton counties. But more recently, we are serving students all over the world. You may know that Parris Island Marine Training Center is in Beaufort. We also have the Marine Air Station located in Beaufort. So we have a lot of students that are all over the world. So we purposefully designed a training solution that is offered in hybrid formats. Basically, you can attend any of our cybersecurity courses in our new Cyber Lab on campus, or you can attend class via live Zoom, face-to-face classes. Or you can choose to go asynchronously, and you can watch the recorded live classes at a time that suits you. All of our coursework is delivered through the Blackboard Learning Management System, and you work through weekly modules of coursework. So we've developed, a virtual online laboratory for training that makes it really possible for anybody, anytime, anywhere. And we really cater to departing military or people that are still active military that need more flexible learning and training environments. So right now, I would say half of our students are either departing military or full-time military, working on getting ready for departing the military. We are a CompTIA Educator Academy, so we have our own testing center. You can do any of your Network Plus, Security Plus, Linux Plus, Cloud Plus, Pen Test Plus. All of our courses try to align with a certification potential there, so you could leave our 2-year program with up to 5 different CompTIA certifications. We're low community college tuition. Typically, the state-sponsored community colleges are much more cost efficient. We also offer a program called First Day Complete through Barnes & Noble College, where you get all of your books, your lab access, materials, whatever you need for the course for a per course fee of $66. So it's basically $22 per credit per course. And that's billed directly to your tuition, so you don't have to worry about coming up with money to pay for your books. We do every semester, we offer ethical hacking capture the flag competition. National Cyber League has been our most popular competition. We just had about 30 plus students competing, and 6 of our teams actually placed in the top 700, I believe. One of our teams placed, was in the top 100 all weekend, and then Sunday afternoon kind of lost their they ran out of steam, and we ended up 121st place in the National Cyber League, which I'm really proud of our students, because our program has only been in existence since January, when we launched this new Associates in Applied Science and Cybersecurity. We also have an advanced certificate where if you already are working in the networking field or in a technology capacity, you can come in and take our 10 advanced courses, get Network Plus, Security Plus, Pen Test Plus certified, Linux and Cloud if you choose those electives. So you could just go right into an advanced certificate and not have to take the gen ed courses, the general education courses you would need to take with an associate's degree. We are working on NSA, Center of Academic Excellence in Cyber Defense. We need to have a couple of graduates to finish that application, but I actually came down to Technical College about 1.5 years ago from Penn State, where we were NSA, Center of Academic Excellence certified, and I had developed a bunch of cyber courses for Penn State. So Tech College lured me to come down to the beach. We're 15 miles from the beach and a warmer climate to stand up this cybersecurity associate's degree. And, you know, it's really a hands-on training program where you learn real-world job skills. And that's an important distinction between some of the 4-year university degrees, where we actually get you ready to work and work real hard at pairing you with employers that want your specific skill sets. So we spend a lot of time figuring out what your focus in cybersecurity is going to be, whether it's more application programming cyber defense or networking and infrastructure cyber defense, or maybe it's more risk management. I tell all my students that you can be real technical or you can be not so technical in cyber. And the non-technical side of cyber is really risk management, project management. And there's a need for those type of people. You learn to speak the language. You learn and experiment with ethical hacking, but maybe you're not that good technically, but you're a good project manager, you're a good organizer, you're a good leader. We can prepare you for technical and non-technical sides of cybersecurity. Overall, our degree is focused in the essentials of cybersecurity, defense, and incident response. So you'll take courses in attack vectors, red teaming, and incident response, blue teaming. So you learn to attack, you learn to defend. You learn to ethically hack, so you understand how adversaries are going to attack your organization's assets. Ultimately, the goals of cybersecurity are maintaining the confidentiality and integrity of our data and the availability of our systems. So that's our primary goal in everything we do. But ultimately, you will leave with knowledge and skills needed to detect, respond, and recover from modern cybersecurity threats. That's our primary focus, are those hands-on skills. Just a summary of some of the courses you'll have to take, like some courses in policy, cyber crimes in the law, digital forensics. You'll get some hands-on experience with digital forensic analysis of phones and laptops and various equipment. We have all of our labs are virtualized now. They're all available anywhere, anytime, virtually. We also do 2 1-credit certification exam preps. We actually put you through a course to determine if you're ready to pass the Network Plus and the Security Plus exams. So this is sort of an inventory of your skills, skill check, and by the end of the course, you know if you're going to pass that test or not, or if you can pass it. You take courses in Linux. You could elect to specialize in Linux security administration for an elective. So basically, you take all of these core courses, and then you pick 2 electives here. And if you're going for the associate's degree, you would have to take 15 general education credits in these areas. But that would get you in and out in 2 years into some of the high-paying cybersecurity related jobs out there. Now, the certificate course is there's a Cyber Essentials certificate, which are 8 entry-level courses: the Intro to Networking, the Intro to Security, the Intro to Programming, and then risk analysis, laws, and then a little bit of red teaming, a little bit of blue teaming, and of course, operating systems. So that would give you a good foundation in Cyber's Essentials. Many of our high school dual enrollment students, they start in 10th grade, if not 11th grade, taking these courses so that they have their first year of the degree out of the way, and they just come their last year. Some have actually done it in a couple of months after their senior year. We also have the Advanced Cybersecurity Certificate, and these are for students that already have a foundation in networking and technology, and basically it leaves out the intro courses. But there is 10 courses where you could earn a cyber certificate. This is good for those students that really don't want to take the gen ed classes, the general education. The certificates will still lead to gainful employment in the cybersecurity field. But I highly encourage you to check us out at tcl.edu. We've got a video out there of testimonials by our students, pictures of our labs. And ultimately, I'd love to talk to you. My contact information is back on the main screen here, akern@tcl.edu. I love advising and helping students really figure out what they're going to do with their life and have a really rewarding career. So check me out, look me up, send me an email. I'm happy to help you. And thanks. I appreciate your time.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, April. And a lot of great comments actually going by in the chat about the Technical College of the Low Country. We really appreciate you sharing. And of course, if anyone has any questions for Angel, she will be in the chat. And we are now going to be rounding out the presenters. Last but certainly not least, we have TJ O'Connor from Florida Tech. Welcome, TJ.
Hi, how's it going today? Thanks again for having us and being able to talk about Florida Tech. I'm really excited about our school here. And we are located in Florida's Space Coast, which not a lot of people know about. A small little town called Melbourne. It's a very small beach town, but it has a massive defense industrial base presence. So we have L3 Harris, Northrop Grumman, Lockheed Martin, and a wealth of other defense industrial base companies. So plenty of opportunities for our students to get meaningful careers after graduating. And combined with that, there is world-class cyber talent in Florida. So we have a wealth of companies that serve the U.S. cybersecurity mission in town: Red Lattice, Battelle, Cromulence, Raytheon, Research Innovations, Inc., STR, that our students go in to work in. Florida Tech was founded just about 65 years ago, the same year as NASA, and it was founded to support working engineers in the U.S. space program. Since then, it's grown into a much larger presence and recently become a leader in the field of cybersecurity. And so today, I'd love to share a little bit about our cyber operations curriculum at Florida Tech, our FitSec team, and then my lab in particular, the IoT Security and Privacy Lab. At the undergraduate level, our cybersecurity curriculum is embedded within a computer science program. That computer science program consists of 127 hours of an ABET computer science degree, and 18 of those hours are directly focused on cybersecurity. So we have an introduction course that teaches the breadth of cybersecurity topics. It's all hands-on. They're reverse engineering Android applications. They are analyzing network traffic. They are assessing the vulnerability of web applications, and they are writing binary exploits, all in that first class. They go on to then take a class in cyber forensics with a heavy emphasis on memory and disk forensics, and also a class on potentially designing cybersecurity competitions, which is an elective of ours. I teach a strong class in software reverse engineering that culminates in an autonomous cyber exploitation competition where students have to write a tool that dynamically, statically, and symbolically analyzes binaries for bugs and exploits them. Sadly, none of those tools worked against Journal. We also have a class on wireless security, vulnerability research or binary exploitation at the software level, and memory forensics. Our FitSec cybersecurity competition is more than just a team, it's a family. We have about 80 students in the club, and of the club, only about half of them compete. Yeah, outside the club, we do a lot of training sessions, teach students about open source software, about software security, review resumes, and prepare them to enter the workforce. It is entirely student run and faculty advised, and they have their own house on campus. They have their support. We have support out of the L3 Harris Institute for Assured Information that pays the fees for them to enter the National Cyber League tournament. And FITSEC has done phenomenal. The students have led all types of CTFs over the last 4 years. Finally, my lab is the IoT Security and Privacy Lab on Florida Tech. So I look at cyber physical systems, and with undergraduate, graduate, and PhD students, I explore vulnerabilities in Internet of Things devices, and those may be as simple as doorbell cameras or locks that are connected to the internet, and they may be as complex as UAV systems that we compromised yesterday. That's an exciting part of my research. We've been funded from the Office of Naval Research to pursue that, and that has paid the fees for some of the students. The other thing FITSEC and Florida Tech do extremely well is actually contribute to the competition space. So two of the big upcoming things that we will be doing is on March 23rd through 24th next year, we'll be running the Southeast Collegiate Cyber Defense Competition. And this year, we're humbled to be hosting it at the Kennedy Space Center. And then we also always run the Space Heroes Cybersecurity CTF in the spring. And we'll put more of that out in the future. My contact information follows. I'm glad I'll pick up. I see there's some comments, so I'll pick them up in the chat. And thank you for the opportunity to talk about Florida Tech and my home here. And we'd be honored to have you make it your home someday.
Awesome. Thank you so much, TJ. As he said, he's going to hop into the chat. And please feel free to ask him any questions you may have. We really appreciate representation of Florida Tech. And with that, we are rounding out our presenters. So thank you so very much for all of those who presented. We're going to go ahead and now move to Q&A. We have about 5 minutes, so we're going to ask some general questions. We're going to get everybody back on stage, and I'm going to go ahead and ask the question out loud. And if you happen to want to answer that question, go ahead and raise your hand, if you will, and we will unmute you. So we're going to go ahead and get everybody back on stage, and I'll go ahead and read the questions. All these little boxes popping up. And remember, if your question was not asked live and you still need an answer, you can certainly go ahead and reach out to the representatives. But we're going to go ahead and I'm going to ask the question. And this is from Tatiana Vital. Her question is, I'm a homeschooling parent as well as a student. Would my child who is entering high school be eligible for any of these programs? So would anyone like to answer this particular question?
I'd be glad to answer that.
Please.
He publicly acknowledges this, so I don't feel like I'm compromising him, but one of our team captains was a homeschooled student, and he went on to be one of our members that won the National Cyber League last fall. And so especially with him, we found that transitioned extremely well into an academic environment.
I second that. We have about 5 dual enrolled high school students right now. 2 of them are homeschoolers. Last year, I helped a parent as a side job, helped her senior student get Network Plus, Security Plus, and Certified Ethical Hacker right out of high school. With all his certs on his resume, ReliaQuest hired him for $90,000 a year right out of high school, mostly because of those 3 certs, but also because he really knew what he was talking about. He passed 7 interview tests. He went in as a level 2 security analyst, not a level 1. He knew more than people 2x, 3 times his age. So, high school kids are getting great jobs right out of high school, but he was, of course, the exception. Most of our high school students go through our Cyber Essentials certificate, which we can deliver online through a Blackboard learning management system if you can't get to South Carolina and the Low Country.
That's very encouraging. Thank you very much. Anybody else have any other additions for that question before we move on to the next? Okay, well, the next question is from Diego Carrera. And the question is, and maybe many of you want to pop up for this one, are there companies or organizations that have partnerships with your program for employment opportunities, internships, or cooperative education experiences? Yeah, let's do Doc, and then we'll do DJ, and then anyone else who'd like to pop in.
Cool. I appreciate that because DJ, he's up there in Huntsville, Alabama, where they got all of that cash. Yeah, so what I was going to say is many of our schools, every school is different, every school is unique. So some schools partner with what's right next to them. So for me, I'm right next to FLETC, Federal Law Enforcement Training Center. So a lot of the I forgot those. A lot of those three-letter agencies and the law enforcement folks come into this area for training. Myself, I served 23 years in the Army, so I have a lot of contacts at different places and things like that. So every school has different employment opportunities. With the Academic Center of Excellence, if you get one of those scholarships, that is a guaranteed job for you. So you can go out there and then apply for those scholarships, and those leads directly to jobs.
Terrific. Thank you very much, Doc. All right, DJ, please.
Yeah. So as Doc alluded to, Huntsville is becoming a huge hub for space and cyber, and cyber is kind of the latest to be added here. So the FBI is making a huge. They're going to be replacing the J. Edgar Hoover building. They have a huge location down here that they're building out. We have the Space and Missile Defense Agency. We have a bunch of different places. TSMO, Threat Systems Management Office. The Army's hackers are here. And we have lots of defense contracting companies that are here as well. So there's huge finance and other ancillary organizations that support all of this defense contracting and government stuff that's going on. And so we have lots of different opportunities in lots of different sectors. Like I said, there's Southern hospitality down here. Networking is huge in Huntsville. We have lots of organizations and opportunities for people to get involved with the community. And even though it sometimes people think it has kind of a big city feel with all the things you can do, it really is a small town, and networking is huge. So we have folks that come in and partner that donate money to the university, and they like to see that money being going to the students to help them with all kinds of development, and then they'll hire those students back. So we have lots of internship opportunities, lots of opportunities to be connected to the community. And if you're interested in learning more, I encourage you to drop me a note, and we'll get you connected with some students so you can talk to them instead of the old boomers like me.
Awesome. Thanks, DJ. Would anybody else like to share for this question before we move on? Chris, please.
Yeah, we also have a lot of internships and apprenticeships through mainly through the credit side, but also with the continuing education side as well. We partner with, I believe it's McDonald's, Chase, and Accenture for various internships and apprenticeship programs.
Terrific. Thank you for sharing that. All right. That was an excellent question. And as I had mentioned previously, if we did not get to your question, don't be disheartened. We'll be making sure that you have the information you need to be able to contact the representatives who presented today, as well as to contact the school and get more information. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up the event. We want to thank all of you for attending our first College Pitch Day. We hope you found this event to be valuable in your cyber journey. We do have a series of events to continue Spirit Week, so this is just the beginning. We invite you to join us tomorrow for the NCL Challenge Walkthrough, which is going to be hosted by the NCL Players Committee. This will take place on the Discord stage at 7 p.m. Eastern, and we invite everybody. So just hop into the Discord, and you'll have a great time hearing about the different team challenges. Wednesday, we had the Hack My Resume event where you can get insight into what recruiters are looking for when you submit your resume. This is a fantastic opportunity for you to strengthen your resume and learn go-to tips and tricks from actual recruiters. So that's going to be on Wednesday, and all this information you can certainly find on LinkedIn, Discord, and in your email inbox. But last but not least, I want to mention on Thursday, we're going to have the award ceremony and Cyber Skyline team Q&A. So that will be Thursday evening at 7 p.m. So come to hear all the great things that we have done this season, but also to recognize the hard work all the players have put in for this fall season. Before we sign off, I'd like to offer a huge thank you to our amazing presenters for their time and dedication to the NCL community. Thank you for making this event possible. And be on the lookout for an event post survey. And we're going to also, of course, include that information that I mentioned. And we'll see you all tomorrow for the NCL Challenge walkthrough. We hope you had a fantastic evening, and we look forward to seeing you at our next event. So thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening.